was a noise from somewhere deep. We heard the sound, it was bittersweet. Voices calling out from an aching heart, getting so much closer by staying apart, singing a song of hope and love that you heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. The streets are empty, but the sky is clear. You want somebody and can't have them near. Taking shelter where you can when the world is at stake. Alone together, trying hard not to break. Singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. Song for the lonely, the tired and the weary. A song for the broken, the mighty. Can you hear me? Get beyond our pride and greed. Share everything that we need. We won't be ignored. We will be restored. Singing a song of hope and love that will heal. You heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. 'Cause love is the word, and hope is the song.
Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we brew up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town,
To feel-good stories and messages of hope,
a few jokes and live calling,
highlighting local businesses,
discussing hot trends and news stories.
a dash of feel-good nostalgia,
I love those morning cartoons.
keeping up with upcoming events,
Sometimes trying and delicious foods.
weekly horoscope updates,
An occasional flying duck.
some sparkle dust,
Don't forget my bell.
and my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Give us a follow. Comment live or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
The Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Dawn, where's the snooze button?
Freddie, it's time to get up. We got a show to do. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hang tight, guys. Pressing the snooze one more time.
And it's time to do a show.
Morning time, snooze button.
Welcome to the morning show. I gotta tell you, I woke up this morning in a grumpy mood.
I see that.
How can you see grumpy mood? You weren't next to me when I woke up. You don't know.
It was worse than this?
Oh, yes.
Then I'm glad I was not next to you. when
But
you
I'm
woke
going
up.
to tell you why.
Tell me.
Because I watching the news about what happened here in the West Coast. And all the devastation and all the lives. They don't know how many people are dead.
I know. It took out islands.
But
Pumpkin biscotti.
does it smells like foot to Scotty.
Pumpkin biscotti?
So I have my
Oh my God.
sound effects
Yeah. Literally.
about I want to ask questions
Oh, okay, you cannot do that.
about why people do what they do.
Which part? Like not evacuate when they're in an evacuation zone?
Are you okay?
No, I'm not. I'm really upset because I watch first responders, which I want to say thank you. I don't know where we would be without nurses and firemen and policemen. I don't want to hear this defund anything. Please, you got to watch these people working nonstop right now. Over 800 people have been saved since yesterday. But the guys and women and men that were crying because they could not get in, they were told to stand down.
You can't get in safe. You can't get into these homes
But
safely.
they were fighting their own sergeants and captains. Even the governor, they said, we're going. Stand down, because if you go in there and we got to rescue you or we lose you, then we're one person down. And that's worse for the situation. They had to sit. And they're biting at the bit. You should have seen them, the way they were carrying on. They were crying. They were angry.
Do you think the National Weather Service, we did not get the west coast of Florida's news, prepared them?
Okay. I'm glad this is part of my anger.
Because I remember Hurricane Andrew. I wasn't living here, I was in Texas. But I remember even in another state, the amount of news coverage that came in, that we knew this devastation that was going to hit Miami, even in another state. So my question is, did they realize the level of devastation that was going to come within that west coast of Florida?
Well, I'm gonna debunk all of this, because this is what's happening now. They're making excuses for the excused. They're saying, do you have enough time? Do you? You know, if a hurricane category 4, which is 2 miles short of a 5, is going to occur, is headed at you, or the
Myra, stop clicking.
Stop clicking buttons. Stop clicking, because you're knocking out the screen. If it's headed your way, you don't stand there and say, I'm going to stay here because I have 2 90-year-old turtles. I'm giving you the highlights. I'm going to stay here because I have nowhere else to go. I'm going to stay here because I can. Or you're going to go silent and not say why you're staying here.
People don't realize the level of devastation that a hurricane can cause.
When was the last time we had a major hurricane?
5 years ago.
No.
Hurricane Andrew, 30 years ago,
Yeah.
Miami.
Okay, but I'm talking about any hurricane. I'm talking about anytime you're looking up at 16 feet of water surge.
They didn't know
but we
that till it
haven't
was too
had-
late.
There's probably so many new people in Florida. So many new people.
Yes,
and they
there
don't-
is.
And they've never experienced a hurricane like this
That's
one.
right. So
Right, you look at COVID, how many people, you're right, did COVID bring to Florida from the Northeast?
But if a hurricane is headed towards you, this is what I learned in Puerto Rico in 2016. They took my mother, killed my mother.
Yeah.
And my father did not listen. He ended up tying himself to his building, to his house. The rope is how they found him.
You offered to go get them and they said no.
Well, you know something? I think there has to be a new law. You gotta evacuate. You cannot stay. You cannot fight a hurricane. I don't care if you're 90. Did you see the 90-year-old guy in Vero Beach? And he was in the Navy. And his son begged the Coast Guard to go save him. And he says, and the both of them says, you know, it's still nice to see that there are nice people in the world.
People didn't evacuate. Sanibel Island, people can't get off the island because the bridge is gone.
Devastated.
bridge is gone.
They
Years.
got helicopters in there. It is
But they will not be
devastating.
able. They're going to set up a ferry service. Can you imagine having to take a ferry home every day to whatever your home is left to rebuild your home with ferry service?
Well, think about it this way. You need material to rebuild,
You got to get it there.
and you can't get it there on a ferry.
They're going to have to use barges. It's
They're going to have
be,
to bring in the military, which they can't do according to our laws.
But you know, I knew our news. Listen, even our coverage was. I went out in it because it wasn't even clear on ours how bad it was, how fast it came in. I was driving in it
Well,
because 1 minute it was clear. 1 minute, Chelsea and I were in a tornado for that weather for an hour.
we haven't even touched on the tornadoes yet.
Those feeder bands, that's what my mom called them. You gotta watch out for those.
Oh yeah.
I was
Here's a
driving
movie.
here. I was driving here. It was Wednesday morning or something like that, and I got stuck in a feeder band. It was only less than an exit. It was probably only me driving 500 feet, but I could not see anything because I was going from 70 and I had to slow down to like 30 miles an hour because I could not see anything. And this is on the highway. I don't
Well,
know who's
we're-
up behind me. I don't know who's in front of me.
We're going to change the rules. If you aren't within 10 minutes of here, you're staying home. If you aren't 10 minutes from this location, you are staying home unless you have a major problem at home. If you have water damage, if you see something coming from the ocean your way, then you can head here. This is a bunker. But I don't want anybody driving through this anymore. I don't want to be, I don't know what the hell you're doing driving. I know what you're doing. You should have gotten your daughter earlier.
I didn't realize this.
But
it was
this is
going
the
to
problem.
be so bad.
We don't realize until it's done. My knucklehead son, finally, after sending him picture after picture, I sent him pictures from Puerto Rico when Mom died. And says, you don't want me to have to go through this. Get over here. Now, if it was reverse, I'm not fighting it anymore. I'm leaving.
I was going to say, would you go?
I'm leaving.
But
I'm
5
done.
years ago, you wouldn't have left
That was 5 years ago.
because we've
Today,
learned.
after what I saw the tornadoes do up and down, and you see Wilton Manors, there was a tornado. There was one up in Atlantic. My God, there are cars on top of cars on top of cars.
People are missing the loss of life. I can't say they missed it, the weather service, but they did not get people out, enough people out.
I think the Weather Service has been warning us and warning us. We just don't listen. Now, let me ask you a question. I look at the Carolinas, just like I looked at some of the places that it hit. I see all these boats. You ever see all these boats, all these beautiful yachts and boats and more boats, and they're all out there. So after the hurricane, where are the boats? Oh, my boat is in Orlando, on top of somebody's house. Really?
Well, you're supposed to move your boats and put them in dry dock when you see a storm coming.
The storm that you should take them out to the Gulf. Take all the boats out. Forget about dry dock, because the dry dock, those buildings are just metal sheds.
Then what do you do with everything?
You take them to the Gulf. You get out of harm's way.
But the Gulf got the storm.
No, the Gulf is here. You go here.
How you gonna
Take
get
them
there?
to Texas. Take them to wherever you got to go.
How you gonna get them there?
I don't know, but we had a week.
But Carolinas didn't. Wasn't supposed to go there.
So we're going to
either.
leave everything in dry dock. You see the Carolinas? They're going to get hit today with a 1. You know, I went to the Carolinas. There was rain with a little ice in it. 500 accidents. They don't know how to handle this kind of weather.
The storm wasn't supposed to do what it did. It was supposed to go further north through the Panhandle and up the United States. It was
Okay.
not supposed to cross Florida where it did, go back to sea, gain strength, and go up. Just shows you that Mother Nature has a mind
I
of
had
her
a talk
own.
with Eon, and he says, be surprised, don't be surprised. I'm just upset that we continue. We don't learn. Has anybody heard of the Keys got hit?
I don't
No.
think so.
No, I haven't.
Nobody
But
heard
this
anything
is
about the Keys,
very
right?
similar to COVID, obviously. I mean, not very similar, but it's the same thing where people wanted to still go out and see their friends, and same thing with evacuating.
A building of water, I don't care who you are, you can't fight that.
Someone posted a picture of an alligator in their house on the west coast of Florida.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Came into the bottom of her home.
Well,
Gatorland in Orlando, like all the Gatorlands there, all the alligators escaped. Like it flooded,
Whoop,
so they
whoop.
just got out.
Free the
That's
Gators.
it.
Free the Gators.
you are going there Sunday, your dinner.
No.
And the funny thing is that they are opening tonight.
Yeah, there's a slowly.
Cece says good morning.
Good morning,
Right.
Cece.
So I'll be going to Universal Horror Nights on Sunday. That is if I don't become Gator.
But this is, listen. You hear
You see
that?
how quick they're open to get money again? To get people.
Yeah, that's okay. You can change your tickets. I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe because I'm older and I look at them being younger and they're supposed to make mistakes, but this is not a mistake. When I see a guy in the news say that he took his mattresses and he had a 2-month-old baby and his daughter and his son and his wife and they're floating in the attic and there was 6 inches of air and he's staying like that for hours until help came. You got to think about this. I mean, you got to really think about this. He was trying to break through the roof, which they told him if he had done that, they would have died. So he says he's a miracle that he's alive. And his message, if they tell you it's coming, leave. Leave. Forget about everything. You can replace a house. It may take you 20 years, but you can replace it. Life, you cannot.
Period.
I mean, I think it just grew so fast.
Fast.
That hurricane just grew fast, and I think it just caught everyone by surprise.
Guy says the first 3 hours wasn't bad.
Well, because everyone just, if someone says, "Oh, it's gonna be bad," they're like, "No, it's not. It's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna
I'm
be
a
fine."
Floridian.
Until it happens,
I'm a
and then everyone's
Floridian.
like, "Oh, well, I guess."
I love
should've."
that line. I'm a New Yorker. I had to deal with muggers. Don't go to New York.
Because it was supposed to be a 4, lose strength, come to shore as a 1. No one predicted it coming to shore as a 5, essentially a 5. You can say a 4, but it was.
It was 2 miles short of a
So you
5.
can essentially say, but they didn't predict that
Go ahead,
whatsoever.
Por favor,
Nowhere.
give me a break. If this thing is out in the warm waters, the waters are 89 degrees, and they said it. Oof, 89 degrees waters, and then it turned into a turtle moving so slow, 4 miles an hour. What do you think it's going to turn into? A 1? It's going to go from 1 to 5 like this.
Sanibel Island,
Yeah.
Captiva, Marco.
I feel like they need to do a better job at preparing for.
Yeah, but then they say when they do that, it sounds like you're scaring people. So if it
Yeah,
doesn't
but it's better to be
happen-
scared and be prepared than sit at home and do nothing and then be like, "Oh, water's
Agreed.
getting in my house."
Two people from New Hampshire moved down. They bought a house. They were staying at the house they were in before the house was finished. And the reason they didn't leave, they have 2 90-year-old turtles. 90-year-old turtles. And they wanted to stay with them. And now the turtles are gone. And their house is gone. And their life is gone. The Coast Guard saved them. And he says, I'm going back to New Hampshire. It ain't worth all this drama. Good morning. It ain't worth all this drama. All I'm saying is if they tell you a wall's coming at you, don't stand there to get hit. You know, if you have to think about it, you're doing it wrong. This is what I told Gio this morning. If you think about it, you're doing it wrong. He says, no, you know something told me to come over. Now, Gio was in Bradenton, and they don't know what the house looks like. They don't care. They don't care.
He may move here for now.
Well, I don't think so, because we get hit hurricane-wise as well.
Well, I meant instead of rebuilding there, maybe he's going to come here. Who knows?
Who knows? But the object of the game, like I said, he still lives another day to make that decision. And those people, my heart goes out to them. They don't know what they're going to do right now. Think about that. Even the government doesn't know what they're going to do, right? Because you have no way in and no way out. That's the first problem. So you're doing everything by boat and helicopter. All the sheriff's department special tactics are leaving. They're going to be there at 12 o'clock today.
Can someone help Sally with a chair, please?
Everybody's running to that deal. But my contention to all of this drama is simply if they tell you to leave, man, leave. Just don't be a hero. So I don't want anybody outside of 10 minutes from here to come down. I'd rather just shut the day down than to go through what I'm seeing right now. It's just horrible. On a mattress? Really? I didn't even know a mattress could float that long. Oh, and they put coolers. What they did was they put coolers underneath it because a cooler is buoyant. And they had the coolers on top of the mattress.
Wow, he
and
actually
the guy,
thought it through.
and he had his daughter, and his wife on it, and him and his brother were holding onto the mattress for dear life. Really? I mean, that's just unbelievable. Anyway, so that's my, and this is the law of the land.
I don't even know what to tell you because what I saw happen in the Dolphin game last night with
I was
Tua,
about to say
I
that
want to
too.
talk about that too.
that is, all right.
Let's talk about that. Now, I don't watch the Dolphins. You guys watch the Dolphins? You watch the
It was
Dolphins.
Thursday Night Football was on when I got home last
But
night.
let's go back to Sunday.
Yep.
Let's start there. Tua was thrown to the ground by the Buffalo Bills lineman.
Yep.
And he got up and he stumbled.
Right, we
Did-
talked about
He
this Monday.
stumbled. He
He
was. It
stumbled.
looked like he took
His
10 tequila
People
shots. He was just
held
wobbling.
him up.
Yeah.
At that time, he said it was a back injury.
Because he collapsed again as he was walking off, right?
Then he comes out after some Gatorade, and he throws a 60-yard pass, and they win the game. So all of a sudden, him stumbling goes by the wayside, right? Because they say he did not have a concussion.
Right, he did not, right.
He knew the date, he knew the questions that they asked, so he did not have a concussion. Is it possible? This is the question. Is it possible to have a concussion different than if she had it, or if she had it, or if I had it? Is it possible for you to have a different type of concussion or injury to your spinal cord and your brain that maybe they just didn't see it?
Maybe it depends on like the situation, like what happened, like how you maybe like how you got the concussion, maybe like
He was slammed to the ground.
I mean, it's possible.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he's not the biggest quarterback in the world. He's a tiny little guy.
But there are
So-
concussion protocols, and there are medical,
They went through it on Sunday.
and they're not the Dolphins team doctors that shouldn't, but could have said, "Oh, I want him to go play." These are doctors for the National Football League.
They have
that-
outside doctors.
Outside doctors
Yeah.
that go through
Protocol.
concussion protocols that are totally non-biased. They are for the patient, for the player to say yay or nay. Now, Nate Burleson was on the CBS Morning News
You heard what
today,
he said.
and he said, you have to sometimes take us out of our own way, because when we are in that zone and you think your adrenaline is pumping, you've got clarity in mind for whatever moment that is. Is there wiggle room?
You
Who
have to
knows?
protect the player against himself.
But now that's under investigation. But to see that yesterday, to see him get carried off in a
Well,
stretcher.
hold on. The hit, if you look at the hit, he was slingshot. But he didn't hit the ground like he did in Miami. So I'm thinking that this was, maybe he has a,
An
what do you call
inflammation in his head.
what do you call a blood clot? Aneurysm?
A bleed or something.
He has something going on, because if you look at his hands, he went
Well,
into
they said that was a neurological sign of.
he went into that mode. I've seen that one time before with another quarterback.
Teddy Bridgewater did the same exact thing, and his career just ended after that hit.
That's right. And Teddy now is playing on borrowed time, and they told Teddy not to play anymore.
Yeah, apparently, it's a neurological reflex. I think something happened in his cervical spine, but he was cleared enough to be released last night and fly back today. Unless he was cleared enough to fly back, and he's going right to Jackson UM to the Mark Bonacani Center, for paralysis, which is because that happened when he was playing.
But I know. But the problem we're having here is that the Dolphins, and I still think the Dolphins would have won if he had played yesterday. I really do. He knows that they have a shot, and he's taking one for the team, because if the team gets investigated and they broke protocol, what happens? Because if anybody knows the answer to that question, call us. Because there is no what happens. Because normally nobody's ever gone this far into this whole question. But the kid obviously has a problem. If you
So
see the
sad.
way he was slung around, and the players know it, because you saw all the players come out on the field. They held the Cincinnati players away because sometimes they do some trash talking. Oh,
I don't
get
even know
up,
how they
girl.
went and finished the game. I have to tell you, I don't know how anyone could have finished the game. Whatever, because you take away the competition, you take away that it's a game, you now become teammates, you become human beings to go and finish this game.
Yeah, but you gotta understand.
There's been some bad injuries people have been playing through. There's a guy named Alex Smith. He almost died just because of leg injury he had.
Really?
Yeah.
Who was the guy
So-
who had the bleeding, not the liver, what's the thing underneath the spleen or whatever, broke during the game, and they kept him in the game, and he almost bled to death. Internally bled to death. They had to make a hole, and he had to drain the blood. He was bleeding from the inside.
I gotta tell you, not a whole lot of good news we had yesterday.
Now, you know Utley? You guys know Utley from the Detroit Lions? Had a heart attack on the field. I was watching him when I was watching them play the Jets, and they had to rip his pads off. They didn't have a fibrillator. In those days, that changed the game because now every stadium must have defibrillators, right? And they must have the mobile defibrillators that they bring out, sometimes the cart. They didn't have it in the day, and they massaged his heart, and he came back to life. 3 minutes later, he had a second heart attack, and they had to bring him back to life again. That's when the ambulance and everybody came in because they didn't know what to do. They had never seen this before. And they got him back to life a second time in the same injury. And he left the field holding his thumb up. So this is a statue that they have for him.
That's crazy.
On that note, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have a better weekend, but all of our hearts, prayers, thoughts are with, oh my gosh, Tua and his family, the Miami Dolphins, and everyone that has been affected by this Hurricane Ian, because you didn't realize the level of devastation, but Mother Nature is Mother Nature, and you just don't mess with her. You got to get out.
You got to
Quick
listen.
commercial break, 888-994-4995, Studio A, and we'll be right back.
Hey travelers, everybody wants cheap airfares, but where can you find them? You call Smart Fares. Our prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low they're not published anywhere. Smart Fares specializes in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rentals, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, Smart Fares can help you get there cheaply and with the best price guarantee. If you want the absolute lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call us right now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these low rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the lowest rates available, so don't wait. Call Smart Fares right now for the best price guaranteed. Save up to 50% off business and first class. We've got great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 855-828-0198. That's 855-828-0198. 855-828-0198.
We hope you're enjoying this episode of the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. Whether you enjoy watching in the mornings or afternoons, you can now watch with your favorite merchandise. Choose from the Brooklyn Cafe t-shirts, ranging from sizes small to 3XL. Colors available include black, dark heather, and navy. Feeling chilly? Just check out our latest hoodie with over 9 colors to choose from. Sip on some Brooklyn Cafe coffee with Dawn and Freddie in a matching mug as seen on set. Brooklyn hats and special seasonal items are always popping up and available upon request. To purchase, you can visit our online store at brooklyncafe.tv/shop. Happy shopping!
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
The Brooklyn Cafe Show would like to invite you to join our summer reading club here at Ant Media Productions. For more information, visit www.frankarufolo.com or Frank Ruffolo on Amazon.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Gotta change it up, have some more positive outlook.
Okay.
It's a beautiful day in South Florida here. It's about 72, 73 degrees.
The cool weather's rolling in.
The cool weather's
68
rolling
this
in.
morning.
Really nice.
68 is
If we didn't
cool.
have 6 banners in front of the door, it would be open today.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, it would.
No, it wouldn't. Let me tell you, you guys don't know this because you haven't been here long enough. When you open that bay door, the humidity that comes in here takes 5 days to get rid of.
Only in the summer. In the fall, it's beautiful. In the fall and winter, when you open that bay door, it is spectacular.
All right, so I'll make you a deal. We have a tent.
It blew away
We'll
last
put,
time. No.
we'll put the tent with sandbags in the front. We park our cars, and you can have all the bay door you want.
Thank you so much.
I'm telling you, it gets hot in here.
It depends. You're on
Then
limited time.
You
of
see all
opening
the
it.
fans that we have? Do you know why we have those fans?
It was hot in here over the summer. It was hot.
You got a new AC now.
Yeah, now we're good.
Woo woo!
I'm trying to keep the electric down. Have I succeeded in getting the electric down?
Yes, but people are
That
tripping over
won't
their
help.
feet sometimes because it's so dark in here.
It is not. It is not dark in here.
It kind of gets a little bit, the lobby gets a little
I
dark.
come in last night from the radio station, and every freaking light is on.
Nobody could see.
All the lights are on. I'm saying, why are all the lights on?
So to see. Do you
'Cause
live
it's
in
a
the
place
dark in
that
your
needs
house?
light.
No, but Cafe Night Show is done with the
Are
lights
you a
turned
vampire
on.
at home?
Yeah, but we need to see you to do production. Again, you were not here.
I was here.
When?
I got here at 7:15.
Yeah, you
And what
missed-
time does night train
You
start?
missed 5 to 7 though. You come in for the last 45 minutes like on your white horse. I'm here. Let me put on my costume. Why is no one ready to be on air? Ready to freaking be on.
Shout out
Really?
to Judy.
Really? You come in like the knight in shining armor. I'm good to go. Grab me a mic. I'm going on air.
Roasted!
Am I right?
Roasted!
Boys and girls, were you all part of our
Yeah,
day
right,
yesterday?
because Josh and Texas were dressed up. Braxton was dressed up. So we were ready to go.
Astronauts, ready to go.
I
guys
came
look great.
in and all the lights were on. That has nothing to
Roasted
do
like
with the
a-
light. Do you notice? She screams at me for getting. I got here as fast as I could. And I came in and I see JC holding on to her mic stand. So I didn't miss much. I was on set at 7:30. I don't know what more you want me to do. I can't recreate the wheel. But I can run around here and turn off the, even the bathroom light was on.
People were
Do
using
you
it.
guys
How
ever
dare
turn
someone.
off the bathroom light when you exit?
I always
My
turn it
crash
off.
test dummy does.
What?
My crash test dummy does.
You don't. You leave it on.
Always
What?
turn off the light.
And always lock the doors.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been making a habit out of that. Okay.
Lock
Locking
the
or
doors.
unlocking?
For
and the
everyone.
next time that I open the door and somebody's in the John, I'm taking a picture. And I'm posting it on Facebook.
Put the
I
disclaim-
guarantee
disclaimer-
you won't do it
disclaimer.
no more.
Put a disclaimer up.
Yes.
That just came out of nowhere, and that was not necessary.
One of the guests. Are you gonna take a picture of one of the guests?
Yes. And I'm gonna say, this is being posted just to remind you you have to read. It says lock
You
the
can
door.
get arrested for that.
It's kind of messed up. You'd be a funny photo. JM Productions. Taking a picture of him on the potty.
Who?
I'll put on a fake face.
Okay.
We'll
I'll
dub in a
just-
fake face.
I'll just like put my crash test dummy in place.
Let's just say, everyone, just remember to turn off the light and lock the door
doors,
every
please.
single time, no matter.
Now
If it's only-
I have another request. When you move something from one place, don't just leave and assume that somebody's gonna come behind you to put it back.
Always clean up after
You're referring
yourself.
to
I'm not gonna get into the twos. I'll get into the threes. If you see that a computer was used and you were the last one in there, make sure before you leave you shut it down.
Basic human decency.
That's it.
Period.
Because sometimes running around here is more work, especially, and some of you people can eat. You guys love eating.
I love eating.
Clean your area.
I do.
Don't just get up and leave.
But I
You
do.
have a cup.
Guess
You had
what
a cup
happened
of
last
coffee.
night? Freddie vacuumed.
But I
so
cleaned
Freddie
it.
saw what I see every day.
No, it isn't last time. Me and Brax, we vacuum, we mop, we do the cups. You use a cup, wash the cup. There ain't no reason that I have to wash your cup.
But Freddie, I always wash the cup.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
That's okay. I'm gonna be watching you now.
Those were some guests that wanted coffee last night.
That's okay. Those I wash.
Those were the cups that we were washing.
When you
last
do a
night.
set and you have food on your set, clean your set, mop the set. I shouldn't find onions in here.
But
There
I
ain't no onions in here.
But I like onions.
It isn't studio
Actually, no, I
chaos.
don't.
It's cookie chaos. Cooking is a show, not studio chaos.
And during lunchtime, let's keep it nice and peaceful, and not you, Mayor. I'm looking at these two crazy people.
I mean, you guys.
I'm trying to eat in peace.
The people are running from the theater because you guys are making too much noise and they can't eat in peace. It's good to have a good time.
But let's.
Sally wants the mic.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm listening to seeing what's going on behind the scenes.
No, this is.
Oh my gosh.
This is the day of.
Please don't tell me off, okay?
This is the days of correcting the wrongs.
Okay,
We got the fairy in here.
Now, I am guilty of some things as well. This is why I'm bringing it up, because I also have a
sausage.
tendency.
Vienna
of
sausage.
The Vienna sausage, but I cleaned up after myself.
I want sausage.
That smelled terrible. Smelled like
Terrible.
cat food.
Anyone have big plans this weekend?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're going to Universal.
Yeah, boy.
You going
You
to?
can get there.
Orlando still.
Huh?
Oh, you're going to Orlando tonight.
Yeah, I texted my buddy saying if it's still safe to go up, so I gotta wait back from him.
It is safe. Well, it's as safe as it is. The people are cleaning up.
Don't get stuck there.
And Baxton, you're going to Halloween Horror Nights. Are you going as Baby Shark?
No.
Are you wearing that?
No.
Why?
I'm a huge horror buff. I got this like a Scream shirt, like it's a flannel, but I have all these like
Flannel?
Scream patches sewn onto the flannel. It's got like ghost face and his knife.
Don't wear
and-
that.
You
Don't
going to
wear
take
that.
pictures?
You're gonna wear flannel in Florida?
It's cold.
It's colder.
Nice outside.
It's nice.
Flannel?
And you know what?
Yes.
If it gets too hot, I just roll up my sleeves. Bada bing, bada boom.
Katie's wearing
Bang.
flannel.
Yeah, but his body and her body are two different bodies.
What are you trying to say here?
You're
What
gonna,
are you trying to say
you're gonna
here,
become a
Freddie?
giant sweat ball. Listen, I was in New York. I used to wear flannel. I can't wear flannel down here. I would die. It's too hot down here.
He has
Oh,
a
in the
hole
summer,
in his
yes, but in
flannel.
the fall, no.
And he has a hole in his flannel.
For ventilation. It's the AC.
Where's the
Oh,
hole?
does Jack? Did Jack do this?
Probably.
The dog.
Oh my
Oh, his
God.
jacket has
He's
a
a
hole.
beast.
The dog, the beast.
What are you doing this week? You gonna look for another hurricane to drive through?
No. I don't know. A couple errands, and I'm gonna go to the funeral on Sunday for Gina's dad, who has been a longtime friend at the cafe. So I'm gonna go to that funeral.
Now there's a picture of Gina's dad
I
in a
think she
cake
took
somewhere.
it a while ago.
Somewhere around here. We have to look, make sure we don't have it. I don't think we have it either. I think I asked her to take it home.
I think so too. So her dad passed away on Tuesday. He was 94. But no matter what age it is, she's it's her dad, and she's like, she's just heartbroken. So I think Bree's going to help because she's got a lot of family from out of town that can't get down here. So Bree is going to help facilitate live streaming that for her. She should be in this morning, but I
Oh,
figure
really?
out how to do that.
Oh, so they're doing like a live streaming thing, since people can't get there.
I don't know why it's being done from the chapel. Most chapels have that already in. And they can give you a private link. You can only use the link to see it.
I don't know. I can have her take a
Only
look,
some
but
places.
there were some things that I think there was a higher upcharge for certain things.
Yes, there is an upcharge.
So the upcharge isn't quite what I think our upcharge is going to be.
It's funny. 10, 11, 12 years ago, we came up with putting cameras in funeral homes and giving a link so people could use what we do. And they turned us down. They said that was morbid. I went to every funeral parlor.
That was before COVID, when people can't get to it. And you think elderly people, like her aunt, who her father was 94, her aunt who can't get in, and other family members who can't fly in, want to pay tribute and be a part of it, but they can't be.
Gigi's mother,
Things have changed.
when she passed on, he did the link thing, and I got to see it.
But 94 years old, a true celebration. Not that it's ever easy, but the man lived a nice, long life. And Gina's one of the best. One of the nicest, kindest people you will ever meet is Gina Bella. And she has not had it easy the past couple months here between COVID and everything else. So just going to go try to let her know that she's got some love and support.
Good stuff.
But other than that, it would be nice to sit outside and get some beautiful fresh air, make some pumpkin something. Anyone, you like pumpkin. Baxton's not a
Yeah.
pumpkin fan. You're not a pumpkin fan.
Okay, watch the mouse. Watch the mouse.
Anyone like pumpkin?
I do.
Oh yeah.
You do.
I like pumpkin gnocchi. That's what I like. I like my pumpkin gnocchi.
Does it taste like pumpkin?
Well,
No.
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 It tastes like a normal gnocchi because normal gnocchi is made of sweet potatoes, or you can also make it with normal potatoes. So if you make when you make it with pumpkin, it's a bit more fall. You know, it's very interesting.
It doesn't taste like pumpkin.
No, it tastes like almost like a sweeter. Think of a sweeter sweet potato.
I am
And
a
that's
fan of
kinda what
pumpkin
it
spice
tastes
lattes, though.
Oh
Those-
no!
Not like it.
That I gotta tell
You're
you.
weird, Freddie.
Not like it.
Apparently, Chick-fil-A has a new like fall milkshake.
Chick-fil-A
And it's
has
not
milkshake?
pumpkin.
Katie.
Pumpkin spice milkshake?
No, it's not pumpkin. It's like a cinnamon spice.
Katie, is that
milkshake.
true?
Katie,
That's a-
should we
that
try it
sounds like
today?
Is that true?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A
it's called like
milkshake.
autumn spice or something like that, and it's
Katie's
delicious.
not a fan
I've had it.
of, the spice.
You're not a Chick-fil-A fan?
No, ooh. I'm a Chick-fil-A fan.
What are you going to do this
I just don't
weekend
like
besides you?
spice and cinnamon.
Talk into your mic.
I'm gonna yawn more.
No, what are you going to do this week?
I don't really know, honestly. I'm probably just gonna be like spending some time with my family.
Go to the beach.
Oh yeah, definitely go to the beach.
You live on the beach now. Enjoy it.
running
Too cold to go to the beach.
long distance running on the beach. Oh yeah.
And Kaylee, we haven't talked to you since the hurricane. What happened to the dorms at FAU?
There was a lot of parties.
I
worked
figured.
the first night, so I was just busting parties all night.
Hurricane parties?
I was up to like 5 in the morning.
So she
doing
texted,
parties.
I'm not coming. She texted me
I
at
was
3
so
a.m.
tired,
I will
yeah.
not be in tomorrow.
Oh, you had to bust them up?
Mhm.
Why?
Because it's like protocol. They can't have parties in the dorms, so they were also being loud. So I had to go over there.
Wow, busting up parties. Look how beautiful you look.
Are you pregnant?
Oh,
Freddie, what's wrong with you?
She's like looking hotter and hotter every day. What are
She
you
looks
doing?
beautiful.
Oh.
You look stunning.
There's something going on with you.
She's in love.
Lust?
You
You're
never
in love?
say
You're in love?
Howard.
you never say that someone looks pregnant.
Yeah, you never asked for that.
Empowerment.
She
That
has
is-
that hormonal look.
No.
That's not making
Makeup?
it sound any better.
You wear makeup? You don't wear makeup.
She looks beautiful.
Oh my God, you're going downhill. You're
It's
going
true.
downhill. She
She's
wears makeup.
glowing. Excuse you.
Obviously, she's glowing. Period. Queen.
Don't say that in the same sentence.
You
There's
know,
no parking?
she
There's not
looks
that many people
amazing.
here.
She looks amazing. She wears makeup whenever she's here, so I don't know what you're talking about.
It's funny.
She's
I talk
killing
to
it.
you and your voice goes over there.
Katie.
Women empowerment.
She finishes my thoughts.
Your
for me.
thoughts.
Kaylee broke up parties all hurricane evening. Oh my gosh.
So you broke up parties. Anybody give you any pushback?
There was this one drunk guy, and it got like really bad and aggressive, so we had to call the cops. But that was like the
Wow.
last thing of the night.
You had to call the cop?
Good thing you weren't in the dorms.
Those are the same dorms?
I'm in Glades.
No.
I'm in a freshman dorm.
So my dorms are off campus, but it's the same thing.
Off campus, I guess you can do whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, on campus, you gotta live by the rules. 5 a.m. hurricane parties.
That's a horrible job. I wouldn't want that job. Yes.
You would love that job.
No, I wouldn't.
You?
No, you got to watch your car. You know,
Oh,
right?
God.
Or key your car or something because you're like the cop. And you're-
Basically.
right?
You need like a
And I live next
badge.
to my boss, so I actually have to do my job.
Ugh. Gotta hire your car. Where's your car? Next county?
Well, I can't imagine being an RA imagine freshmen during a hurricane party and you're
Ew,
like,
no thank you.
oh my gosh, parties.
Well, you could party in the dorm, I guess, until 2 o'clock.
If it's not too loud, then yeah.
And you're not
Actually,
supposed
no,
to
till
be
like 12
drinking
o'clock.
because they're all underage. It's allegedly in the dorms. They're freshmen.
They
Means
don't
they're
have
not old enough to be drinking.
They don't have to drink.
Oh, to be young again. I'm not saying much, but what little I say.
Yeah, that's because you
Words
were a
of
party
wisdom.
animal. You were a party animal, right? I heard
Sally's
you left your
words of
fingerprints and
wisdom.
tables up in what school did you go to? Do they party in England? They do.
More than they do here?
They party
Yeah, of
more than they do
course.
here?
Well, I don't
We gotta
know.
go to England.
I
There's a
haven't
pub on
done
every
much
corner.
partying. I don't
They
know
have
here.
them giant pints.
They have, yeah, but it's like warm beer. No.
Warm
you-
beer.
Is it here you have warm
No,
beer?
you have it over there.
Oh, we have warm beer. I didn't like beer.
What'd you drink?
I didn't drink in those days. It's only recently.
afraid that-
Very recently.
Recently that you started drinking?
Really?
Started
Not very,
drinking now?
not very much.
You know-
we got to go to Oktoberfest.
Oh my
Where is
gosh!
it?
Yeah.
In
They
West Palm
pull it
Beach?
From like a,
The
whatever they call it.
there's a place called the American German
They
Club.
pull that- They pull the thing down. on the beer
They always did
cooler.
Oktoberfest there.
Tap. On tap.
You like beer?
No.
Anybody in here drink beer?
He wants
I
to go to
don't.
Oktoberfest,
I'm a cider
but
guy.
doesn't like beer?
You don't drink beer.
I hate beer. I think beer is
Oh, I don't like it either.
There's certain ones,
So-
Barrel of Monks, I'm starting to like.
so pretty much. I like cider, but only the European cider. I traveled in London for about 3 months for my study abroad program, and they do cider correctly.
Of
It's
course.
outstanding.
She says, of
And
course.
let me tell you, people from England are the nicest people in the world.
Especially when they're drunk.
No, no. But like there's different like for example, there's one thing that kind of concerned me a little bit in England. They'd be going to grocery stores, and this grocery store is right on the highway, and people were just they wouldn't tie their dog up. They just say, hey, you know, sit outside the door.
In London?
Yeah.
I don't really.
Yeah, yeah,
That's where I'm
and
from.
the dog would sit by the door right next to like a busy highway. I'm like, I would stay there because like I'd feel horrible if the dog would like
Bite
decide
you?
no walk away or something because like it was right next to a street. So-
Well, everyone's very polite, including the dogs.
Is it true that the muggers in over there go,
They
please
ask you
give me your
first.
wallet?
They
Can I
ask
mug
you
you? Can you
first.
please give me your wallet?
It sounds polite, right?
Wow.
It sounds very polite. Bree, what are you doing this weekend?
I don't know. Yeah, Steve's out of town, so and I'm on the radio, or television, or whatever.
Drink heavily.
On the air. No,
On the
I
air.
don't. I really don't drink. Only
Bree,
just
how
a
about you?
little.
I know you're going to be doing on Sunday. You got other big plans?
No, but I'm going to get ready to go to New York.
Are you going to New York?
Yeah.
Waste travels.
Only for 4 days on my birthday.
It's your
It's taking
birthday.
me-
When is
it's
your
taking-
birthday?
The 11th of October. Everybody, 11th of October.
Are we
And I
going
will
to-
be
are we-
the age of.
Aquarius.
Yeah.
The age of
Bree,
next year.
Bree, what are you doing this weekend? What are you doing?
I'm doing the event on Sunday, and on Saturday I'm probably going to paint or color my coloring book. Like I bought yesterday.
You're going to paint a coloring book?
No, I might
Paint
paint,
or
or
color.
color.
What are you going to
I
paint?
got our thoughts in
I
my
don't know
head.
I have
We
something
shared
for you
our
to paint if you
thoughts.
want.
What do you mean?
I got like a house or something if you want.
No, anyways.
I'm going to have a paint party.
No, I'm okay.
You want to do a paint
no,
party?
No, no. I'm just painting one color, and you're like,
One color paint
No, I
party
can't.
on the outside.
no, I can't do it.
Friday's going to be painting the red step this weekend.
Yeah.
It's
I
already
gotta do
red.
that.
Oh.
It was red.
Who did that? That's why I was wondering who sprayed it with like the glitter. I was wondering.
Yesterday he was like,
right idea was that?
he asked
I
on.
literally watched him.
No, I heard yesterday he was like, "Where's the spray paint?" I'm like, "Why is he asking for spray paint in here?" And then I see him shaking it. I'm like, "What is he about to do? Go vandalize
What
someplace?"
you thought? You thought it was gonna sparkle? What you thought?
I thought it was
Sparkle,
gonna
sparkle.
Like I was watching him yesterday, and
Just
he was
throw
just
glitter
like,
on top.
he was spraying the
Extract.
white thing for the lights, and then I saw him start to spray the step. And I thought you were gonna paint the entire step, but then I just see you like do like a light coating. Of
It wasn't
glitter.
working.
Yeah, we see
It
that.
looks like
I think we figured
a
it
light
out.
dusting of snow onto the step.
It's good for Christmas.
Give me the red paint. and I'll
It was a
paint
good
it.
effort. It was a good thought,
Go,
though.
Freddie.
What was your
Alright.
thought process of this?
Obviously, I didn't walk it through.
All right, you ready to wrap this up? Got to wrap up our morning show. We've got It All Starts With You coming at 11 a.m. with Eileen Lemmelman and her guest for the day. 12 o'clock, we've got the music of J.D. Danner joining us. She's going to be live in concert at Arts Garage on October 14th. I think you and I are going to be there on Friday the 14th. Going to be doing that. She is fantastic. Women empowerment, all the music, and I think it's like her anthology of life through her music
But we're gonna
at the
find
Arts
out
Garage.
today.
We're going to find out today and then see what else we got cooking. Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe, and we'll see you in a little bit.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. My mug is empty, and you know what that means.
I think it means it's time for a coffee refill.
As we prepare for other shows here at the Amp Media Production Studios.
Tune in for more fun and laughs at 12 o'clock for our afternoon show.
And remember to like, follow, and subscribe on our page.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe and be kind to each other.
And don't